Everybody, Coach Sherwin here from AP Baller. Today what we're going to be looking at are a couple of different ways of using isometrics to build your strength at home. Now, with lockdowns happening left, right, and center, especially here in Manitoba because of this pandemic, a lot of ballers out there are looking to continue training to get better so that when basketball season comes around, that they are primed and ready to go. So using isometric can help develop your strength with little to no equipment, but there are two types of isometric strengthening techniques that we use here at AP to get our ballers stronger. The first one is yielding isometrics, and the second one is overcoming isometrics. Yielding isometrics is holding a weight or an object or your own body weight to prevent it from succumbing to the forces of gravity. Think about holding a plank or holding a wall sit position for an extended period of time, or even holding out a couple of dumbbells in an iron cross position. You are resisting movement, trying to become resistant to fatigue. Now, overcoming isometrics involves trying to move an immovable object with maximum effort. These isometric contractions allow you to put every ounce of effort and energy into the movement, which recruits as many motor units and muscle fibers as possible. These contractions are typically held for 5 to 10 seconds, and these motor units and muscle fibers stay on for a period of time after performing the isometric contraction, leaving you temporarily stronger and faster via an effect called post-activation potentiation. Now, the three examples of yielding isometrics that you can do at home are all really quite simple, and I'm sure you've all done it before, or you've done it here before. The first one is planks. Now, the traditional plank exercise helps to build a fatigue-resistant core. We know that the core is your anchor for athletic performance, so throughout the course of the game, your energy levels will drop, but you still need to play optimally and perform the same way that you did in the first quarter as you are going to in the fourth quarter. So definitely incorporate planks and any variation of the planks into your training plan. The second one is the Bulgarian split squat iso hold. If your legs are fatigue resistant, then you are able to get into low positions that give you the playing advantage, like powering through for an and one layup or playing lockdown defense. When fatigue sets in, you won't have the energy to stay low and you'll be playing upright. So if you're trying to break down your defender with any sort of moves, you won't be low enough to shift your weight. And then when we're looking at defense, obviously if you're not strong enough and if you're not resistant to that type of fatigue, then you are going to play upright defense. Holding the Bulgarian split squat for 30 seconds is certainly overload training. But if you're able to maintain that position for 30 seconds, then individual defensive play at 5-second intervals max will be easy. The third one is pull-up iso hold. Now, this has obviously got some huge upper body strength benefits, but I like to look at this exercise more for its benefits where gripping and ripping strength is necessary. Think about snagging and securing a rebound. Now, three examples of overcoming isometrics. Number one, the staggered stance towel deadlift. Now, this is a solid exercise not only to develop low back strength and grip strength, because you got to hold on to that towel, but also joint angle specific strength work for vertical jumping, the 1 foot takeoff, and specifically, and first step development. Be sure to hold the max isometric contraction for at least 5 seconds. The second one, accelerations. This is another example of developing joint angle specific strength work for acceleration, the proper use of the acceleration angle, maximum contraction of the leg, especially the calf complex, makes this exercise valuable for at-home strength speed work. Again, be sure to hold this position for a maximum contraction of 5 seconds at the minimum. And the third one, towel pull-aparts. Protecting the ball is the name of the game when you're going up against high pressure defense or if you're driving through the lane. This is where a stiff arm can be useful, but you have to have strong shoulders and a strong rotator cuff. You can use a straddle stance or a staggered stance for this particular exercise, but the main objective is to pull the towel apart with maximum force, like as if you want to rip the towel apart or in half. Again, holding the contraction for a maximum of 5, or sorry, a minimum of 5. Implement those exercise examples into your training plan. There are many more that you can choose from. I just gave you a few examples of each type of isometric contraction that will literally need little to no equipment that you can do at home, so then that way you can get stronger and ready for basketball.